Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. I got a few cards out here on the table. I'm just going to catch you up to what that is. In the central energy, we've got a Nine of Swords energy. Somebody's having anxiety. They're very much worried, perhaps in a nightmare, over your recovery, over your renewal, your healing, your planning for the future. In their subconscious, they're thinking about the turn of the wheel, this new cycle, this destiny, your destiny, their destiny. In the recent past, we've got the Hierophant. So it's somebody who is higher up in the hierarchy, or the Most High Himself, however that works for you. This is somebody about society and its rules and traditional values and all of that stuff. So this person has a high level commitment and wisdom. And what is happening here is the Queen of Cups, who is jealous and codependent, toxic and unfaithful in love, has to accept a loss. They're moving on. They're in sorrow because they are having some setbacks. Intentions and expectation is a Ten of Swords. For her, this will be a painful ending. Everything in her life, his or her, do whatever you need to do with the genders, is collapsing. They've got a defeat here. In the near future, we've got the Two of Swords. So there's some decisions that have to be made. So Two of Swords is often related to balance and relationships. So balance within relationships could be getting managed right now with this Hierophant here. So there's some heavy duty decisions going on. The lens that's being looked through is the Queen of Wands, who is very passionate and determined, I guess, to live. Very courageous and focused. Confident in herself. In the environment, there is the Chariot here. So there is a victory, there's forward movement, and a departure perhaps. A regaining of control after overcoming trials. Hopes and fears. This is probably a hope because it's the Lover's card. So the hope is that there will be unions, partnerships that are strong, with a deep love that's by choice, for both people. In the outcome here, I'm going to go ahead and pull these other two cards here because that goes with this. You've got the Seven of Wands. So there is maintaining control, holding your own, standing up for yourself, and it could very well be that you are the Empress and a Magician. In this new cycle. So I'm just going to put all these cards out here because it kind of goes together. It just looks to me like that all you guys are there holding your own, doing your thing, manifesting abundance. Manifesting abundance. And whoever this is got disconnected. There's some disconnection going from this jealous, unfaithful stuff going on. And you are free of it. Oh. And you're free of it. There's some disconnection going on here with all this other stuff. Third parties, Jezebel, succubus, incubus, kind of stuff. And you've got freedom here, limitless potential for the Two of Cups, for the marriages and connections, for unified loves and partnership. So they're in a nightmare and some despair. Over your limelight position, or because this is all out in the open, everybody can see it. It's like this big giant, like whatever is going on here, everybody can see it. You can't hide it. And they're challenged by your recovery, your recuperation, your renewal, and you're planning for the future here. And they can't spy on you. They don't know where you are. They can't spy on you. They can't see your future. They don't know what you're doing. Your future, whatever it is you're doing, is hidden. They can't see it. And in the subconscious, they're looking at your destiny, or at the destiny, at the upcoming cycle. Chicken. So they're afraid. The Hierophant is here with the codependent, toxic, unfaithful, jealous kind of stuff, and or this, at least this Queen of Cups, and he's like, she's got to move on. Like a divorce, she's been excommunicated or whatever. Remember, the Hierophant may remember who you are. This Queen of Cups reversed is having a painful ending. Everything that they were doing is collapsing. Tribe. For this tribe. It's a painful ending for this tribe. Two of Swords in the near future. So it looks to me like there's a lot of decisions being made related to the balance of relationship, of unions, of partnerships. This one's getting divorced. Whoever this tribe, it's all getting undone. Invisible. 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 Having a hard time maintaining partnerships, and you're getting caught in the middle of arguments. Avoiding issues. We'll have to get more clarification on that. So you got the Queen of Wands here. Courageous, confident, determined for life. Got a happy step. Joy. We got religion here. So there's a victory in the environment. You're at forward movement. Objectivity. You can see both sides of a story. You know what's going on. You understand what's been happening. The hope is that there will be a strong lover connection, the strength of two together, a deep love, that these relationships will, these unions will be harmonious, or at least this one will. Attention is being brought to it, to the strength of union, to the strength of partnership, you know. So you're maintaining control, you're standing up for yourself, you've got your protection, you're persevering through these challenges. You, Empress, are very abundant, and you're here with the Magician, manifesting, evolving. Yeah. So we've got here spiritual throne, leadership, and and appearance and prophecy. So there could be a leadership position here on a spiritual throne. It could have been prophesied. There, you may be making an appearance, or there may be an appearance made. Important. You may be seen as important. So somebody's in a nightmare over this, whatever this giant thing is. It's out in the limelight. Everybody can see it, whatever it is. You've been remembered, or the Hierophant's remembering something about this. They're turning their back on this Queen of Cups reversed. And it's a painful ending for an entire tribe. That's wild. Ego. Their ego is in the limelight. Everybody can see, so they're very anxious, they're in a nightmare, they're feeling hopeless because you're like a giant out there in the limelight, or their ego is, and it's seen plain. It's like this huge ego. I let my pride get in the way of our connection. It could be that you're a giant, that you're being seen now. And this prideful person is in a nightmare because of your recuperation, your recovery, and your plans for the future. And they can't observe you. They don't know where you're at. They can't see you. They can't remote view you. They can't telepathically manipulate you. So there's no more. They can't chase you. They can't spy on you. They can't chase after you. Wow, that's nice. That's really nice. And in the subconscious, there is the Wheel of Fortune here. It's a turning point. And this 9 of, whoever this is, this prideful person is, they're afraid. They're a chicken. Unexpected outcome came out in the reverse. It could very well be that you, at some point in history, said this is what was going to happen. And they're afraid because you told them that this is what was going to happen. You're being remembered by the Hierophant here. This Queen of Cups in reverse is a low vibrational person. And they're very jealous and codependent. In sorrow because they've lost. And it's a painful ending and a whole failure for this tribe, for a whole tribe, a defeat for this whole tribe. And they're feeling your absence. So there's something about, yeah, feeling your absence. So you're invisible. They can't see where you're at. Two of Swords. Difficult decisions are being made. You're invisible. They don't know where you're at. They can't observe you. They can't chase you. There's, this is balance to relationships. Like relationships are being balanced. And it's like they can't chase you anymore. They can't do any of that. Soul tie. Soul tie. So there's decisions, difficult decisions being made regarding soul ties. This could be invisible. It could be being done invisibly, like there's choices being made regarding soul ties, and that's done invisibly. So that's telepathy, right? Could be that there has been some observation done already, and what has been happening, what this tribe has been viewed, and they just can't do it anymore. It could be that they're being made invisible. They're at a crossroads. There's balance and harmony being brought into soul tie connections. Maybe you're in a soul tie connection and you're always connected and you just can't see it because you're not present together in the 3D. So that's it. You got an invisible soul tie here. And you're making decisions regarding unions, it looks like. Bringing balance to relationships. Peaceful, harmonious. So there's courage and confidence here. Very much determined, passionate about Queen of Wands. Oh, and then we got religion and we've got reunion. This is like, you know, this tribe, this tribe, what this tribe do? Did they martyr this Queen of Wands? Did they set her up and replace her with this Queen of Cups reversed? They swapped destinies. And now you're seen here. You're remembered. Whatever you're doing, whatever you are with this Hierophant sees you. You're reunited. Excommunication is happening for this Queen of Cups reverse. It could be what they did to you. Whoever this tribe is, they could have been like a tribe of religious folk that were in charge of unions or the balance and harmony within homes or whatever. And it could have, something bad happened. They swapped places with you. This Queen of Wands in the upright with this Queen of Cups in the reverse. But Queen of Wands has a victory here, and objectivity sees both sides of a situation very clearly. Everything has been seen very clearly. Holding back in the reverse, so there's no holding back. You're not being held back. You're in your chariot here. You're moving forward. There's no holding back. Everything is seen clearly. The Lover's card is here, the strength of two together. There's some attention being brought to this situation. Mistakes. Attention has been brought to some mistakes. You're maintaining control, standing up for yourself. You've got protection in this competition. Empress, you're abundant and nurturing, very fertile with your whatever it is that you're birthing into the world. Manifesting. You're here with a magician, or you are just manifesting in this huge creative way. But it's got the strength of the Lovers here. So I think you're with a magician here. It could be that that's what this victory is. Something going on. It's like that you were excommunicated wrongly. By this tribe. And now the higher authority is here reuniting with you and excommunicating this tribe. You're in a leadership role. You're on your spiritual throne. It was prophesied. You may be making an appearance soon. Self-love. Self-love. It'll really get you through a lot. You're still trying to heal. Spiritual throne. That's like taking care of your inner divine, right? You're the leader in that. In this particular place. So there's and again we've got understanding. Understanding the secrets. The secrets are out. And there's reciprocity in the shadows. They could be receiving what they gave. They're disagreeing with being found unworthy and dishonest. It's a betrayal. They betrayed you. They were dishonest in a commitment with an irreplaceable being. And they're confused about this new chapter. Because you never gave up hope for reunion, and they missed their opportunity. Somebody wants to talk to you. Our love is always there despite the distance. They want to have a conversation, and this is destiny. Those whose values were all about money are feeling the pain. They're feeling the pain from the damage they've caused, and they don't know what to do. Because you're very responsible. You're regarding family, and everybody's talking about it, and there's nothing they can do about it. It's too late. It's too late. And these third party jealous folks, they sabotage themselves. It could be that they're going to be given solitary confinement or something. They're in regret. And they want forgiveness for what they did with their soul contract. Remembering all how fun it was to hurt you, they want to escape guilt by mending the connection through passion. So be aware of that. Somebody might come in and try to be passionate with you. The truth is out. Everything is seen. Crumbling. So they're in a nightmare and despair over your position in the limelight, or the fact that this is all out in the limelight. It's like a big giant. Everybody can see it. Their ego is, and their pride is just huge, and everything's crumbling around them. Everything they built is falling apart because it was fraudulent in the first place. They're challenged by your recovery, by your plans for the future. They can't see what that is. They can't chase after you. They can't spy on you. You're alone. And this says you feel like you are in this situation by yourself, but it won't be like this forever. So you're not actually alone. But I guess I should re-say that. So you know how you got connections with source, right? With the higher, right? Creator, those. And then you've got the connections with the remote viewers, you know, those who play with the mind, infiltrating, you know, angry messages or negative self-talk or whatever, you know. So you're alone when it comes to that. Like nobody can mess with you. They can't chase after you. They can't observe you. They can't go remote view you or spy on you or do any of that stuff. You're actually alone. But you're still connected to the Most High and to your spiritual team and all of that good stuff. You're just disconnected from this malarkey here. Yeah, it's ending. So, and the wheels turn. You got the Wheel of Fortune here. They're afraid because the unexpected outcome came out in the reverse. So it was an expected outcome. Maybe they were told that this is what it was going to turn out like. Long road, a long road, an expected outcome. The chicken knows, so they know what's happening. They know the outcome of this, and the outcome of this is that they're going to have a long, long road to walk before they find what they want. They won't get what they want. They'll be walking this long, long road, and they're not going to find what they want. Which means they won't be satisfied. They won't get satisfaction. Their needs won't be met. Their wants won't be satisfied. But it will help them grow internally, spiritually. The Hierophant is here remembering this Empress. This Queen of Cups reversed looks like she's getting excommunicated for being a low vibrational being. Conquest, just another notch in the headboard. She's unfaithful. She's not loyal to families. It's just another notch in the headboard. There could have been many endings for people who were really trying to be with the Queen of Cups, and she may have just ended them. So this could have been something really horrible. This habitual patterning that she was in as a low vibrational person. The Hierophant's remembering you. This is a very painful ending for this tribe. They're feeling your absence. They want an escape. They're trying to escape. They need to escape. They were using love as an escape. And they want to try to use love as an escape again. They need an escape. The Two of Swords is here, so there's some difficult decisions being made regarding balance in relationships, in unions. You're in a soul tie here. It's an invisible soul tie, so this person may not be with you right now, but they're with you in spirit. Always connected. You're doing these, you're working together here. The strength of two together. Needs. If emotional needs aren't being met, it's time to reassess. Touch is important too. So balance and relationships. Queen of Wands, courageous, confident, determined, loves living. We got religion here and reunion. So she may have been brought back into the fold. Like this tribe, I believe this tribe said they made up a false story and excommunicated her. I really feel like this could be the Most High who had left this tribe in charge of families and proper union and respectful relations and all of that. And it looks to me like this tribe who was left in charge of that excommunicated or sacrificed or did whatever they did with this Empress. They booted her right out of there, and they plugged this Queen of Cups reverse in her spot. And what happened is she got her glow up or whatever. She's like a giant out there. I don't know. And maybe you're just witnessed in the land of the invisible. Maybe your reach, your mind, maybe you are witnessed more than you think. By the divine. This new cycle, once the planet frequency started to shift and rise, and then the energy within the human body and the human mind, everything started to clear up and get more focused, and then all of the other, stuff started to fall away. I think maybe it became very clear as to whatever games were being played, whatever illusions. So she was seen for who she is, as this person, this important person, and this Queen of Cups reversed is seen for what she is. Guilty, yeah. Empress wasn't guilty. They tried to make her guilty of something, and they did whatever they did, and she wasn't guilty. She wasn't guilty. They lied. And everybody suffered. Everybody suffered. Except for them. So you've got a victory here. You're on your chariot. You got forward momentum. You got objectivity. Both sides are seen very clearly. There's no holding back. There's no holding back. I have no idea. I think it came out in the reverse because it kind of came out like that. But I don't know. It kind of came out like that. I'm going to take it in the reverse. And I'm going to say hard. I don't know, really, to tell you the truth. I'm going to put it back and I'm going to get another one because I just don't know. That's what I'm going to do. Somebody needs to face it. There's no holding back. Somebody needs to face it. You got a victory here. The truth has set you free. The truth has set you free. The truth has set you free. You're not guilty. So you got the Lovers here. There's a hope. So the Lovers, the strength of two together. Attention is being brought to some mistakes. I wish I could right my wrongs. The Lovers, the strength of two together, are bringing forth attention to mistakes. Whatever these mistakes were, that these ones were putting out into the world, this tribe, whatever they were doing, attention is being brought to all their mistakes. The strength of two together is bringing attention to all these mistakes. The truth has set you free. Mistakes by the empty cups. These jealous, abusive, unfaithful, unloyal, and they may not even have a soul, empty cups. So the strength of two together are bringing attention to the mistakes brought about by the empty cups. You're maintaining control. You're standing up for yourself in this challenge. You've got protection. Empress is abundant and nurturing. She's birthing something. And she's here with the Magician with this, what is that? Some skill. Creative skill. Confident creative skill. Leadership. Spiritual throne. Prophesied. Making an appearance, and self-love. Self-love is where it's at, folks. If you can heal your own internal wounds, you can get through anything. And I mean emotional. Crushed. Your self-love crushed somebody. But, this says it could be that something happened, and because this card says you are hurting emotionally right now, you need time to heal before you jump in again. And this is the self-love card, and it says, I am still trying to heal. So whatever happened to you, Empress, it crushed you. It really hurt. Emotionally, it really hurt you. This betrayal, because you didn't do anything. You weren't guilty of anything. And it looks to me like they really threw it all at you and really tried to destroy you. So it looks like everybody knows that you're still trying to heal. It looks like nobody's really rushing you at all. They're aware of your circumstance. Everything's known here with the, what card was that? Remembrance. We got remembrance here. So everything's known, everything's remembered. There's an understanding, both sides of this story. Oh, and you had objectivity here. So both sides of the story are seen. It has been a rough road for you. Things have been rocky, or it could get very, very rocky for these ones. Yeah, I think it could be, I don't know. You're still healing. It was a rough road for you. You're emotionally exhausted. You may not just want to deal with stuff. You're busy healing. And you deserve a break now. You act aggressive, but you are just protecting yourself. Because you were neglected and life was made very, very hard for you. But you've got an exit plan here. So everything's good. Everything's good. That's nice that that's seen. Spirit sees that even though you're acting aggressive, they also see what happened here, what happened to you. So there's an understanding. Balance. Balance is being restored within the familial unit, is what it looks like to me. And that is in regard, familial units, traditional values, growth in the reverse. So we've got Nine of Swords here. Somebody's in a nightmare because you are in the limelight. Or maybe their pride is in the limelight. Everything, you were in the limelight, and their pride got in the way of your connection. Everything around them is crumbling. They didn't grow. Nothing will grow for them. They didn't grow anything. Everything that they have, they took. They're challenged by your recuperation and plans for the future. They can't spy on you. They can't chase after you. And even though you're alone, it's not going to be like this forever. And even though it appears you're alone, you're not alone. And they're afraid of that. They're afraid of that. It looks like you're alone, but you're not really, and they're afraid. So there's the Wheel of Fortune here. The Wheel of Destiny is turning, and they're chicken. They're afraid, and they know what's going to happen. They know what the outcome of this is. It's a long road of suffering, where their needs won't be met. They won't get what they want. They want forgiveness. They want forgiveness. They're afraid. They want forgiveness. So you're being remembered, Empress, by the Hierophant, by the religious authority, whoever that is at the top of that stack there, as an abundant, limitless being who can manifest whatever you desire in the physical reality. And this Queen of Cups reverse is just jealous, unfaithful, jealous, codependent, selfish. And it looks like she's going to be moving on. She's getting released here for being a low vibrational person who just ruins lives of others. However that happens. Just another notch in the headboard. Not taking love seriously at all. Not devoted to family. This is a painful ending for this tribe. They're feeling your absence. They want to escape. They were using love as an escape. They were using love as an escape without being love. And it was just another notch. So they were like hurting people so that they could escape their own crimes. It's like they were covering themselves in the love of others while breaking them apart and just brutalizing their heart. Guilt. They were using love as an escape route so that they weren't seen for all of the atrocious, vile things they were doing. They weren't devoted to family at all. They want to escape this guilt. That they were using love as an emotional escape. They were using love to escape guilt for being unfaithful, jealous, codependent, obsessive, selfish. Hurtful. Service. So you feel good when you can help others. You provide a service. You're making decisions regarding the needs of relationships so that they can remain balanced. You're in a soul tie. It's invisible. It's unseen. It's present. It's just you're just not there. Or so you're a Queen of Wands. You're confident and determined. There could be a reunion with religion because you're not guilty of what they said you were guilty of. They were envious of you. The envious, they were envious of you, but you weren't guilty of you weren't guilty of envy. You weren't guilty of envy. They were. You're peaceful. I don't. This is huge to me. This seems to me like. I mean, I'd rather not really get into it, but this is big. This is big. Disciplined. You're disciplined. You can accomplish whatever you set your mind to. You're an abundant, limitless being who can manifest whatever you want in this physical reality. You're very disciplined. Everything is seen clearly. Objectivity, both sides of this is seen clearly. There's no holding back. The truth has set you free. You are disciplined. The hopes and fears. Hope, we have the Lovers here. The strength of two together are bringing attention to the mistakes of the empty vessels. Those who have no love in them, those who don't have any empathy, those who haven't grown at all as a soul, and yet have been walking around like they are in authority. Change. There is a change here. There's going to be movement. Some form of movement. A shift. They're worried about it. You've got protection. You're maintaining control. You're standing up for yourself. Empress. You're birthing something new with the Magician here. You're in a leadership role on your spiritual throne. It was prophesied. You may be making an appearance soon. Your self-love has pulled you through this, and you're still trying to heal. You're still hurting emotionally, and you're going to need time to jump into a relationship or a partnership or something like that. You need time to heal before you jump in again. And everybody, I think, is clear. Spirit is obviously very clear that your emotional body needs healing still. Even, because this is really fresh. Courage. Courage. You find the inner strength to face fear with confidence, and you did, and it pulled you through this, and you're still trying to heal from these people crushing you, crushing your spirit, crushing your soul, crushing you out of pride, crushing you, an honest person who is being in a relationship with you serves the higher good. You're a truthful person. They failed and they're worried because judgment is here. You're a success. You know that there's no greater goal than to love, and you're trustworthy. You're trustworthy. You're not running around lying, putting on airs, pretending to be this or that. You simply are. Good, bad, and the ugly. Sometimes it's not pretty, but it is what it is, because when you expand, you have to expand in all areas, and then you have to merge your light and your dark. You got to experience your anger, you got to experience your happy, and you got to boom, put it together and say, ooh, and then you can find your Zen moment, your Zen, right in the middle. But you can't have that balance unless you're actually experiencing both and then constantly bringing it in and harmonizing it. That's what growth and expansion is. And you have to do it in both directions or all directions, because that's what it is. You look at your toroidal field around you. You've got this incredible energy field around you, and it's It manages everything. So to pretend that you're all perfect and that you never have a bad moment is ridiculous, because that just tells me you're stagnated and you're not expanding at all. And you're afraid to show it and let the world know it, because that's part of what expansion is. It's growth. It's breathing into the fear, even if you're alone, or seemingly so. That's one of the most difficult ones, to be honest with you, is to bring the nurturer of the Empress in and try to balance some intense fear. That intense fear. The loving nurturing of the Empress really comes into play with that, because the more intense the fear, the more intense the love and the nurturing, right? And that's where self-love comes in. Self-love has to pour into that fear. It has to, the breath, all of it has to pour into it in order to harmonize it. Obviously, these people were jealous of the Empress and her ability to do that. And maybe they didn't want her exposing that. Maybe they just wanted to pretend to be that, but they didn't know how. So they couldn't teach anybody how. Loan. They may need a loan. They didn't grow. Everything around them is falling apart. Their pride got in the way of the connection. You're seen as a giant, or you're like big now. Whatever you are, Empress. Your telepathy, your energy, your whatever that is. It's a limelight. You're seen as a giant. These ones are in need of a loan. Everything's falling apart. They're in a nightmare. They're challenged by your recuperation. By your renewal, by your plans for the future. They can't spy on you. They may not be able to remote view you. They can't. They might not be able to chase after you. So yeah, they can't. They don't know where you're at. They can't chase after you. They're afraid. They might be alone. This is their challenge. They might be alone. And they're in fear because they don't know where you're at. They can't chase after you. They might not be able to remote view you. They don't know what your plans are. They don't know what you're going to do. You're not going to be alone forever. And you're not alone because you're in an invisible soul tie. Safe space. They are in fear. They need a safe space. They may feel like they're in danger. Perspective. I'd appreciate your unique perspective on a situation. So they need a new perspective. They're asking somebody to help them with a safe space. They need help. They're asking somebody for help. They're afraid. They're asking for help. They're trying to find it. They're looking for a safe space. They're trying to find some of a unique perspective of somebody in this situation. They might be asking a small favor. The wheel has turned. This destiny has turned. They're afraid because they know what's going to happen. There's a long road ahead of them where they won't get what they need. It's not funny. They're not laughing now. They want forgiveness. They're starting to realize that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. and they haven't been in love. Past. So the Hierophant is here, remembering the past of an abundant, limitless being. And what this Queen of Cups reversed did and does, and she's getting, she's experiencing a loss for being low vibrational, working in the shadows, not of the light, and just sleeping around, breaking hearts left and right, destroying hearts, destroying minds when it comes to love. She's saying, I'm sorry. It's a painful ending for this tribe. Everything's collapsing. They're feeling the absence of this Empress. They want to escape guilt for using love as an emotional escape. I really feel it. Grapevine. I heard something you're going to be interested in. So this is going through the grapevine. It's everybody's gossiping about it. Where was that? Yeah, it's in the grapevine. People are gossiping. They used love. It's like they would go get with people, and then they would experience this love, and then they would break their heart and suck all the love out of them and just leave them in a pile of brokenheartedness. And that's what they were doing. They were covering themselves in the love of these people, and they were dumping their shit onto them and leaving them stuck with that so that they could be seen as an upright Queen of Cups, wearing the love. She was stealing and harvesting the love out of people and dressing up in it. She was stealing and harvesting the love out of people and dressing up in it, trying to appear as an upright Queen of Cups, but she's not. Desperate in the reverse. You're not desperate. You're in service. You feel good when you can help others. You're making difficult decisions regarding relationships. The needs of relationships. Or maybe your relationship needs. Emotional needs aren't being met. It's time to reassess. Touch is important too. You're in service. You feel good when you can help others. There's difficult decisions being made regarding balanced relationships. You're not desperate for it. You're not in a hurry for it. You're an invisible soul tie. You know, you're in a soul tie with somebody, but you're not desperate for after what these people put you through, you're like, oh, love. I suppose maybe that's when it shows up, I guess, you know, for most people is, oh gosh. Somebody may be trying to, oh, great news, sabotage, goodbye, uninterested. Somebody's going to try to come up and get you to go on a date. Love, date, great news. But the great news, they sabotage themselves with a goodbye. They sabotage themselves when they left you high and dry. But you're uninterested. You might even be unfriendly because they're a liar and they're an imposter. Yeah, you know who they are. Whoever this is, somebody's going to try to come up and be this. And you know it. You know it, and that's probably why you're standing off. That's probably why you're saying, I'm not desperate, because you know it. Religion didn't do you any good. If this reads for you, because it left you, it bailed on you. And just because religion wants you back, because it might be in bad health and need a relationship, a contract to access your vitality, I don't know. Just use caution. I would, because the religion of this tribe was permitted. I don't know, obviously somebody wasn't doing their research, or they were just believing the lies, which is, you can't, the Hierophant, you can't make decisions based on hearsay. You can't. And if you are, then that's not a good position to be in right there. Okay, so there could be some bad news here. Somebody might be in bad health. And that's what I'm thinking, this, oh, fuck. It's exactly what the hell it is. Whoever this religious person is wants to have a reunion with this Queen of Wands, who was able to pull through whatever shit this was. They got bad news. Their health is problem. They got a problem with their health. They need a relationship. You weren't found guilty of envy, and they're envious of you. Whoever this religious person is got bad health. They want to come in. They want to be friends. And then they want to get access to your vitality. You got to watch it. Because whoever this Hierophant is allowed it to happen. Which means that if it was truly as fraudulent as it was, that this Hierophant wasn't paying any attention and allowed it. They got bad news. Their health. There's something going on with their health. Whoever this religious person is, they're remembering that you were the abundant, limitless being. This religious person is part of this whole deal. And you gained a victory over it. You see both things, you see both sides clearly. You know what's going on. Oh, and uncertainty just flopped out of here and it came out in the reverse. There's no uncertainty in you. You know what's going on here. They're gaslighting you. They're trying to deliberately manipulate your perception of reality. They got something they need to get off their chest. This person has bad news. They could have lung cancer or something. And they want to use your empathy. They want to come in and do their little thing. Don't trust this religious person. They're envious because you were found not guilty, and they could be part of this tribe. I don't know. I would just use caution. Because you're here with your invisible soul tie. The strength of two together, and you're bringing attention to the mistakes that were made by this tribe, these empty vessels. Who are upset that they're at this change. You're in a leadership position, you're on a spiritual throne. This religious person is going to try to come in and drive you and your experience and your decisions, and they're going to want to lead you down a proper path or whatever that is. But you're here holding your own with Empress, with this magician, in your leadership role on your spiritual throne as prophesied. You're making an appearance. You're still healing. You're very courageous. And this religious person wants a reunion with you because they fucked up and they tried to put you in hell. They did. But you came out shining as a giant. And now they want to come forward and F with your mind. That's what this religious person is doing. They want to come forward and F with your mind. You're not uncertain about it. You're very certain. You know what's going on. You know what you see both sides of this. You're not holding back. The truth set you free, and you're very disciplined. The truth sets you free. You know this. You know this. The religion is going to want to come back and pull you forward after excommunicating you and driving you into hell, after lying on you, saying you were that. And you weren't guilty. And they were envious. And now they're in bad health. So the hope is here, you've got the strength of two together, and you've got plans for love. And you love your plans. Attention is being brought to the mistakes of these empty vessels. There's changes being made. You're standing your own. You're protected. Empress is birthing something with the magician here in the leadership role on the spiritual throne. As prophesied, you're making an appearance. You're still healing. You're not willing to just rush right into some relationship. Because you know what they use them for. They use them for permission to gain access to and control the vitality within. That's what this previous thing was. And you are more than in your right to observe these people and to see the truth of how they are before you jump into another commitment, allowing somebody access and ownership of your vitality. It's one thing to work with spirit for the betterment of a whole. It's another thing to allow some drone religious person to come in and try to suck you into a role. You're already in a role. You don't need a religious person to come forward and tell you how to do it. They want to apologize. They owe you an apology. I need to apologize for what I did. I'm sorry. So see, this religious person is hoping for a reunion. They're in bad health. It's bad news. You've been found not guilty and they're envious. Yeah, you got to watch out for this religious person. Now, this Hierophant could be the actual Most High God. This tribe may have worked some dark magic mystery or whatever to kind of veil over you, Empress, hide you, bury you, while extracting your essence and dressing this one up in that. While she was unfaithful and all of that, blaming you to be that as you, doing it as you. So that was, no. I don't know. This is some weird stuff. But the Most High recognizes what this tribe did, and you've got a religious person here that wants to reunite with you because it's going in the toilet. It's going in the toilet. Whatever this religion is, or religious person, it's in the toilet. Because the Most High sees exactly, remembers you as an abundant limitless being, and he sees the past of what's happening here. These guys are screwed. There's a date. So there could be a set date. Great news. There's a date set for saying goodbye to those who sabotaged you. You may not know what that date is, but you're uninterested, really, with these unfriendly, dishonest imposters. So yeah, be wary, because this tribe of folks, whatever religion, religious institution this is, it could be a religious institution, a tribe, a group, a facility of some sort. who wants to have a reunion with you. But there it's bad news, man. Health. I'm going to be part of your health and wellness journey. They want to force themselves in, saying, I'm going to be part of your health and wellness journey. This religious person wants to force themselves in and lead the leader. See you on the next one, everybody. Bye.